me! Help me!
It's undoubtedly one of the most frustrating feels for Pokémon fans. Fortunately, this no longer happens after the 4th generation. The Poison type is certainly one of the most annoying type to date, beside Dark type. They are mainly built on the characteristics of Pokémon with high defense, with the ability to cause adverse effects to opponents, although this type has a lot of Pokémon that hit very hard. To be clearer, let's look at the strongest Pokémon on this list of the top 10 Poison-type Pokémon. Let's get started. Of course, this list does not include Eternatus, because it is a Pokémon at a higher level than the other Pokémon. Tentacruel, with its really thick special protection, ability to recover in rainy weather, and bonus in setting up traps, is one of many good Poison-type Pokémon that I find difficult to choose in this 10th spot. And Crobat, who has exceptional speed and skill sets like Taunt, Tailwind, and Superfang. Scolipede having the ability to be a sweeper Pokémon with Sword Dance and Speed Boost, or even Venomoth with Sleep Powder making Quiver Dance easier to use. And the Tinted Lens ability that makes very few Pokémon resistant to its attacks. But I'll give the position to Weezing, an exciting single-type Pokémon and the only one on our list. I'm not sure why you use other single Poison-type Pokémon when Weezing possesses Levitate, which makes it immune to Ground-type, rather than being eliminated by this incredibly deadly type. Weezing, like Garbodor and Muk, possesses skills such as poisoning the opposing team, thick defense, and is much more superior because it can use move Will-O-Wisp, which may cause burns and weaken the opponent's attack. Pain Split can also be used by Weezing as a temporary healing method. This move reduces the HP of 2 Pokémon to half of their total HP. As a result, Pokémon with lower HP, such as Weezing, who has a basic stat of 65 HP, will benefit from this move. Weezing gains a regional form and a new ability, Neutralizing Gas, in Generation 8. The way Neutralizing Gas works is that it disables all other Pokémon's abilities. Anything that annoys your Pokémons, such as Intimidate, Magic Bound, Shadow Tag, and Contrary, will be disabled when Weezing is on the field. The advantage that Neutralizing Gas provides is significant enough that it does not require Levitate. We all know how effectively Weezing helps Regigigas. And it's also a good support Pokémon if you're using Pokémon that does not need their special ability, such as Volcarona, Weavile, or Swampert, or Pokémon whose abilities can't be disabled, such as Agilash and Mimikyu. Drapion and Alolan Muk are the only 2 dual-type Poison-Dark Pokémon besides Skuntank. The Dark-type combines the Poison-type very well by negating Psychic-type attacks, leaving the dual-types with only one weakness, the Ground-type. Furthermore, this dual-type's attacks are only resisted by 24 Pokémon, including themselves. Alolan Muk is a defensive Pokémon that remains capable of dealing some damage, whereas Drapion is an attack-oriented Pokémon that is able to endure some attacks. However, Drapion's abilities are poor. Sniper is reliant on luck. Battle Armor prevents crit attacks. It is also reliant on luck, but that of the opposing side. In any case, it is probably its strongest ability. Combined with its good HP and high physical defense, it can perform Sword Dance safely, or it can be a very tanky support Pokémon with Toxic Spikes, Taunt, and Roar. Meanwhile, Alolan Muk has significantly stronger defense and an average attack power level. Aside from being better to the single-type Dark Kanto version, the inclusion of the Dark type allows it to attack more effectively with popular move like Knock Off. This Knock Off is made much more irritating by the Poison Touch ability, which makes any Pokémon standing in front of this Muk highly dangerous. With the Assault Vest used, it creates an obstacle to any team, and especially the 4 Tapu Pokémon, who are helpless against it. It can also hinder Pokémon that stand out in attack, such as Rillaboom, Single Strike Style or Shifu, and Calyrex Shadow Rider. If you thought Pheromosh's lightning-fast U-turn was a bit powerful, imagine how powerful it would be if used by a Pokémon with slightly higher attack strength and speed, as well as the adaptability ability for additional damage. Mega Beedrill, maybe the most dangerous U-turn using Pokémon, is introduced. Even if it is resisted, it can still remove 40 to 50% of the opponent's health bar and send another ally who can counter the opponent to finish the job. It has a fragile HP stat and below average defense in exchange for this fast hit. Mega Beedrill, unlike Pheromosha, is terrified of Stealth Rock and is unable to use heavy-duty boots equipment. Its moveset is likewise lacking in variety, with only U-turn and Poison Jab being useful. But it's still greatly powerful and dangerous in its role, which is incredible coming from such a useless Pokémon as Beedrill. Nidoking and Nidoqueen use moves like Earth Power, Sludge Wave, and Ice Beam with the Sheer Force ability, enhancing 30% of these moves but cutting their adverse effects. But, honestly, what effect would they need if they could finish off their opponents instantly? This Sheer Force ability has a special mechanical interaction with Life Orb equipment in that it can cancel off the effect of this item's health loss for each attack. When the overall damage is boosted by 69%, this becomes a pretty good combo. Despite having greater physical attack power, their special attack moves are more powerful. If it is designed in a special attack form, there is no need to worry about Intimidate, Burns, or other annoying impact effects. Nidoking is better for putting all of your resources into attack potential because of its faster speed, whereas Nidoqueen is a bit more bulky. In general, both of these Pokémon are truly good. With a highly broad selection of moves, they are able to defeat any Pokémon. Toxapex may be less effective in double battles, but it is a monster in solo mode, and one of the best defensive Pokémon in the game. It has 3 weaknesses with the dual-type Poison Water, Ground, Electric, and Psychic while being able to resist up to 8 types, including popular attack types like Fire, Ice, Fighting, and Steel. It is additionally enhanced by incredibly high defense, healing with Recover and Regenerator abilities. Despite having limited attacking stats, Toxapex can still use poison to threaten enemy Pokémon, just like any other defensive Pokémon. Toxic Spikes, or Baneful Bunker are common moves. It may also use Infestation to do additional damage while keeping foes from retreating. If it wears an extra helmet on its head, the Pokémon that specialize in physical attacks will most likely withdraw when they see it. Even though it was only introduced in Generation 7, it quickly became an issue that any trainer must deal with in single battle mode, or else it will be the most frustrating time in their Pokémon's career. Amoonguss, the evolved form of fungus, is definitely recognizable to you. The phrase, "fungus among us," inspired their name.
But we need your magic too!
This is a Pokémon that can both put your Pokémon to sleep and absorb your team's moves. There's also Butterfree, but it's too soft, and Tangrowth, but its sleep powder only works 75% of the time. As a result, Amoonguss is the most effective and well-known Pokémon in this position. Amoonguss, who was born in Generation 5, is so popular that an item was invented specifically for facing it, and yet it still appears frequently in matches. They can effectively guard teammates thanks to Spore and Rage Powder, as well as the Regenerator ability, which also allows it to stay longer on the field and perform its role. Although there are several Pokémon with dual-type Poison and Grass, Amoonguss is nearly the best choice in almost role, with just one superior Pokémon in the offensive field appearing right now. If Amoonguss is the strongest Poison Grass dual-type Pokémon for support and defense, Venusaur is the best offensive pick. It has a greater overall stat as a Pokémon starter than the rest of the Pokémon. The speed stat is only regular, with decent special attack power, but it can run as quickly as a rocket in the sun thanks to its chlorophyll ability. It can also make good use of this speed stat by using Sleep Powder. As a result, Venusaur is the primary pick for a spot in the Sunny team. Only Lilligant is faster than Venusaur when it comes to choosing offensive Pokémon for this team, but the Grass single type's attack is just too bad. Venusaur, a fast-sweeping Pokémon, becomes a strong defensive wall after Mega Evolution. The loss of its chlorophyll, which can boost its speed, is compensated for by a super thick covering of fat that quickly eliminates 2 of its 4 disadvantages. Special attack power and 2 defense stats are both improved, while recovery methods such as Giga Drain, Leech Seed, and Synthesis make it one of the most amazing Mega evolutions, as well as one of the few Pokémon that performs effectively in both Mega and normal form. And now we meet Gengar, one of the world's most famous and beloved Pokémon, who has a history of being heavily used in competitions. Even when the publisher decided to reduce Mega Gengar's power by changing its levitate ability to Cursed Body, the Pokémon still knew how to shine despite being depicted as being made from shadow. With a very fragile set of stats but a very painful hitting speed, you can know it's very strong just by looking at the statistics. Mega Gengar, along with the Shadow Tag and Perish Song combo, is also an important part of the well-known Perish Trap strategy. And in these 3 countdowns, it's almost certain that in the first and last turns, it can use Protect to defend itself, and in the second turn, it can use Disable to disable the opponent's attack, ask a teammate to taunt opponents, or be withdrawn and returned to the field by the teammate's U-turn. This tactic also increased the popularity of U-turns. The opponent can then break the Perish Song with a U-turn or similar choices.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Oh yeah.
Dang.
And when a Pokémon's meta depends around it for a period of time, it's undoubtedly a highly powerful Pokémon. Nihilego, Poipole, and its evolved form, Naganadel are the 3 Poison-type Ultra Beasts. Nihilego will be given a spot of honor on this list. It has various advantages as well as disadvantages. This is an exclusive Dual-type Pokémon, Rock, Poison, and one of the few Rock-type Pokémon with stats that favor special attacks. Nihilego possesses a diverse set of moves that allow it to attack or set up traps. A Meteor Beam with its Power Herb is extremely dangerous due to its high attack stat. It also has other strong moves including Thunder, Psyshock, and Grass Knot. Nihilego can withstand strong special attacks, but with its low physical defense of 47 in Rock-type, it is terrified of priority moves like Bullet Punch, Mach Punch, and Aqua Jet. It also suffers 4 times as much damage from the Ground-type, while it is useless against the Steel-type and the Pokémon of the Chansey family. Naganadel, the Pokémon I chose for first place on my list, is the other Ultra Beast. Dual-type Poison, Dragon can efficiently attack all other types except Steel, and it already has Fire Blast to deal with these Pokémon. Its stats are also ideal for an attack-oriented Pokémon, with great speed and exceptional attack stats. After using Nasty Plot once, Naganadel's strikes will fear all opponents except Heatran. When combined with the Beast Boost ability, it can reach untouchable speed immediately after killing an opponent's Pokémon, making it almost unstoppable. Its limited HP is its weakness, although it is resistant to several types. An Ice Shard shot by an attacking Pokémon may knock it down instantly or make it to lose at least half of its health. However, the number of Pokémon that can heavily counter it is limited, so I can still rate it as the best Poison-type Pokémon and the strongest Ultra Beast. That finishes today's video. If anyone has any recommendations, please share them in the comment section below. Thank you for the support. And now it's time to say goodbye to everyone. Leave me a like and subscribe if you found this video interesting. Peace.